So a little hiccup there at the beginning. I have a mouse that's a wired mouse that I plugged in. I just found it in some of my stuff. I'm plugging that in because I keep having to. I have this wireless mouse, which is my favorite mouse, but the batteries die extremely fast.
Like how fast?
And then I have another one.
How fast do they die?
Like I can't even. I can only use it for a day when it's fully charged.
Oh my gosh!
Before
really?
It goes quick. And then I have this one, which is just a AAA battery. Okay. That one is for my work computer. Okay. And I swap. So I'm working on my personal computer, doing this podcast on my personal computer right now, not my work computer, obviously. But I swap back and forth on my dock. So I decided instead of having to try to switch between mice, I'll just use one mouse that's plugged in.
It's funny you say that.
It's not working very well.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because this is the one I've had for a long time. I mean, it's like worn out, and I've had it and it's a Microsoft one. Where's my dinger? But I cannot find another one for my laptop that has lasted. So I got a new one because one stopped working. Got a new one, plugged it in, worked for 2 weeks, and then stopped for no reason. I'm like, what the heck? So I had to get another, and that one so far is, knock on wood,
working okay.
But my goodness,
yeah. Well, you're doing a lot of knocking on wood.
So,
folks, I don't know if we've talked about this before. You probably used to remember John had one of these in front of him before, but he switched. He has a whole new setup now. But the problem is the mic. It's a beautiful mic. The mic is sitting on his desk, and John, if you don't know, has a habit of banging on his desk while he's talking. At least you're excited about the things that you say, so it's understandable.
That's just tell that to everybody else.
That's what I tell myself.
Pounding on the desk. At least he's excited.
It's not me. It's not me.
We're both going to be
the first time. Yeah.
It's PoddiMouths in handcuffs.
Yeah.
Because we can't. Yeah. Whatever. Sorry.
So eventually, I am going to switch my setup around as well, because Jen, I think we talked about this in a previous podcast, but Jen and I are planning on starting another podcast for her business, but we want a different background, and we can't fit both of us in here comfortably with cameras, because on the other side of my computer and my camera right now is a window. So it's not like she can talk we can't sit across from each other. So we are actually going to set up my old desk. Why don't you just have her sit on your lap? Well, that would be way too much fun, honestly. And I don't think that would be great for public consumption. Well, I mean, it could probably bring in millions, but
I know. I'm a thinker.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I already have my foot account. So I don't know if anyone remembers, if you go back to the first 1 or 2 seasons, I used to actually have a bookshelf behind me.
Yes.
And I moved that downstairs. So we have in our main level, we have a little area that really doesn't it is an office. So if you see new builds, my house is 35 years old, 30 years old. I think it's 30 years old. It was built in 1990 or 91. Something like that. Doesn't matter. But the layout is very similar to homes that you see a lot here in the South, where when you walk in the front door, you've got the staircase, and then off to one side is the dining room, and then off to the other side, a lot of times they'll have French doors, and it's an office, and then a hallway into your living room, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, we have that. We don't have a hallway. It's wide open. So you walk into that room, but it is an office. So that is where the bookshelf lives now, because it matches a lot of the stuff down there. Cool. And right now I have a roll top desk. If anyone wants a roll top desk, please come take it. I don't want it anymore. But we have my old desk that used to sit behind me here. It's in storage now, but that's going to go up down there once we get rid of the roll top. And it's going to be another office. Well, it is Jen's office right now, but Jen will probably move up here because I don't use my office as much. And I will work from down there when I do work from home. But I'll also put the podcast set up there because the desk itself is actually a table.
Oh, cool.
And so it can be set up as a 2 or a 3 or a 4 seat podcast station with the bookshelf behind for decoration, blah, 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 whole new set piece. And I have room for lighting as well. So awesome. That's the future plan of the podcast
Do
setup.
we have the named podcast yet?
No.
Well, I think you should be thinking about that.
Well, okay, here we go, because I've got the first script. Thanks to no, actually, so we have owned for quite a long time a web URL for a different business idea that she had before she owned the studio, and it goes quite a few years back. It's probably 12, 13 years old, the idea.
Okay.
And it's called Healthy Point, but point spelt with an E, so like you're on point for ballet. Nice. Healthy Point, and that's what it's called. Pointy. Healthy Point Podcast.
Cool.
Healthy Pointy, yep.
I like it.
So the side business and the idea of the podcast is health related, fitness and health related. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this to you, John, but besides owning a dance studio, Jen's bachelor's degree is in psychology, but she has a minor in physical education. And she also has some certifications from different dietary programs, et cetera. So she's not a registered dietitian, but something like that, not quite a certified health coach, basically. Okay. So that's what the Healthy Point is all about, and that's what the podcast is going to be around. How can you stay healthy as a dancer?
Explains a lot about your relationship, the psychology part.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Because she knows how to.
Hey, I took one psychology class in college. I almost failed it, but I took it.
This was a Nick moment I had yesterday. A friend who is a retired physician from Canada. Not that it matters. Carl, great guy. I think he retired like 8 or 9 years ago, and we're just talking about something, and I was challenging him on some medical thing, and he goes, "No," and he was right, and I was wrong, and I said, I was 8 years away from being a physician myself. And if Nick were here, he would really like that. He laughed his
But the
butt
question
off.
Is, did he? Okay, that was going to be my next
laughed
question.
His butt off. He loved it. It was so funny. I was just close, 8 years away.
Yeah. Yep. If I only would have finished 8 years of college.
Yeah, I know.
That's funny. Yeah. That's really funny.
But so true. You're old. I'm 7 years away from being an attorney or whatever you used to say.
3 years. It's 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Whatever, but it seems like 7.
I may have told you, I don't know if I said it on the podcast, but did I tell you the story of the dealer I was speaking with who is in San Diego? He's a dealer in San Diego, and a car dealer, folks, for those of you who don't know that we work in the car business.
This time.
Not a drug dealer. That far south, near the border. Anyway, he and I were talking, and he had his video on because I'm obviously here in Nashville, not in San Diego. Mm-hmm. And I noticed on the back wall he had a picture, a beautiful picture painting, actually, of one of those realistic style paintings of a Spitfire. And so I started talking about the airplane, and we got to talking. Of course, we talked about the airplane, and I started talking about bonanzas, and then I don't know how we got all the way to the conversation on this, but we were talking about my stepdad, who was a physician, who came down from Canada, and I was talking about taking trips in the Bonanza and going up to Saskatchewan, and he's like, "Whoa, really? Where in Saskatchewan?" And we were talking back and forth. Well, it turns out. Now, folks, keep in mind, I think the number is 70 or 80% of all of the population of Canada lives further south than some of the U.S. Americans. Minnesota is a good example of that. So Toronto is actually further south than Minneapolis is. Mm-hmm. So that being said, there are very few people that live in the greater Canadian everything, all of the provinces. So my stepfather is from a very small town in Canada, and then he actually practiced medicine in an even smaller town outside of Saskatoon. And so we were talking about all of this, and it turns out that his grandfather, who would have been about the same age as my stepfather, also practiced medicine in small towns outside of Saskatchewan, or outside of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. So the likelihood of them knowing each other because of the same time frame was actually pretty good.
Wow.
Obviously, both of them are dead, so we can't ask, but it was just really, it was neat because we were comparing stories about different places we had traveled and played golf in Canada. In fact, his grandfather used to play in the lobstick tournament at Waskesiu National Golf Course in the Waskesiu Provincial Park, which is also where we played every single year our tournament, which was the week after the lobstick.
No kidding. That's hilarious.
Yeah. So it was an interesting conversation. Yeah. For someone who, one person who lives in Nashville and the other person who lives in San Diego, it's such a small world, especially in the car business.
Well, that's true. That's a fair point. And my buddy Carl was from Newfoundland, which is how he says it, not Newfoundland, which I learned early on. Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
Yeah. So
I didn't know that. That's new. That's interesting.
His license plate on his Beamer says Old Newfie. It's so awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. So and you would like him because he's 3 times a week golfer.
Nice. Yeah. I wish I could be a 3 times a week golfer again.
I know you do. But
it is what it is.
That happen. I know.
So now everyone is wondering why you're playing with your hat so much. You're playing with that. Hook'em horns.
Well, it's not hook'em horns. It's just that it's a longhorn.
It's a longhorn. Yeah.
But it's not anything to do with.
I call it hook'em horns because that's the Texas University of Texas Austin.
UT. Yep. UT.
Which I was telling you before the podcast. My wife actually spent a year going there, and I actually absolutely loved it. Yeah. She ended up having to move after the first year because of her aunt who got sick, and she went to help take care of her. But she absolutely loved UT. That UT.
It's you know what, there are some great schools all over the country. There really are.
There really are.
Some of them are taking some heat politically these days, which is probably deserved. But nonetheless, what great programs they have, and some of the athletics are just, especially in Texas. Oh my gosh, it's just incredible, and it starts at high school level. Some of the high school stadiums in Texas, incredible. It's just, it's talk about big business. It's unbelievable how they.
It is unbelievable. Yeah. It is, and everything is bigger in Texas. But as a born and bred Minnesotan, Texas is not my favorite state.
Yeah, it depends. Texas is, because it's so big, it's so vast in its cultural. Element too. It's Houston is completely not opposite, but certainly different on the other end of the spectrum.
Much different. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But I have spent a lot of time in Texas, as you have.
Yep.
You actually lived there, but I spent a lot of time working there, and saying you can't really say all 4 corners because there are plenty more corners in Texas because of all of the way the land moves around. But I have been in every section, every climate. Let's say that every climate in that country. Yeah. And yes, I said country, not a state, because Texas needs to be its own country, in my opinion.
It's pretty much a country.
But they stole my North Stars.
Yes,
and and it's growing up, there was always a competition, which has the biggest University of Minnesota or UT Austin. Which one has the biggest state fair, Minnesota or Texas? And it would go back and forth. It's constantly fighting. And I know and I say that in jest, folks. I do actually enjoy Texas. I've been, like I said, there plenty of times. There are beautiful parts. There are parts I don't like so much, but I would probably not ever want to live in Texas if I could avoid it. Would I, if I had, millions of dollars? Yeah, I would. If someone offered me that, okay, I'm moving to Texas. But it's not like other places where I absolutely refuse to move.
It has become quite popular among the full-time RV crowd in the winter.
It has,
wintertime. People are often going there as opposed to Florida or Arizona or what have you. And I find that kind of interesting because there are some great spots, and the Gulf over there is not what it is in the west coast of Florida.
In Florida,
yeah,
right?
But it's a pretty nice area.
That changes pretty quickly too. As you're coming over from Texas, you go into Louisiana and the water's not great, but then you start getting over to Alabama and, the Mobile area is like, oh, it's still kind of gross. But then it's like right when you get close to the border of Alabama and Florida, where you have the Redneck Riviera, and then it starts getting really nice.
The panhandle of Florida
like
is so nice.
It is.
The beaches are, the white sand beaches and everything. And what's the, there's hold on a second here. Some of the, like Destin is a really nice area, but it's a totally different wintertime there than it is in Southwest Florida where we are.
Oh, I bet.
It's like 20 degrees different in the average day. And you go, okay, well, that's a lot.
That is a pretty big difference. Even though it's still warm, it's not where you are warm.
Right.
It's but it is 70s. Great. I think I am not a big, this, I'm not a big fan of Florida. I wouldn't want to live in Florida. However, if I did, I would choose to live in the Panhandle. I love Pensacola. I think Pensacola is beautiful. I think it's got a lot of great history, and I really do. I would definitely live in Pensacola.
My brother used to go to Gulf Shores, Alabama, which is
that's what I was trying to think of, the Redneck Riviera,
right? And that was it's really close to the edge of the Panhandle and Florida, but it was back when they used to go. It was inexpensive, but he loved it in the wintertime, and depends upon the time of the winter you catch it, because 60 degrees. Okay, for a high, that's awesome. That means it's 45 or 40 during the day until you get up to 60, at 3 p.m. So, yeah, I've been spoiled too much by the 75 and 80 degrees in January.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It's finally getting cold here. It's finally getting cold here. Like, I know the night before last, it got down to 37 degrees. Last night it was down to 42 degrees. Oh, it was fantastic. I slept so well the last 2 nights.
I know you like that. I don't blame you. And it's 81 here right now, and that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, not too warm. Today is the warmest it's going to get for the next week, according to the weather. It could change because, weather people are the only people paid to be wrong.
Yeah,
but it's supposed to get up to 72 degrees today, and I'm dreading that. I'm like, that's fine. It's cool enough, but it's fall. It shouldn't be 72 degrees.
Whatever. It's fall.
It's going to be 50 degrees on Halloween, which I'm excited about.
By the way, may be coming in December. So
okay, I'll make sure I'm not here.
Dates, whatever. I don't want to see you.
Are you driving or flying?
I just want to see the dogs. I'll fly.
No, well, there's one of them right here.
I know.
You already saw one. You talked to him.
I did.
He did not like that.
Oh, what a shock. He thought, well, I don't want to listen to John's voice because then I want to see him.
Yeah, that's probably true. Actually, Bonnie would be the one who would not leave your side. She's crazy. She loves people. No, Clyde will be fine, but Bonnie will take up most of the space. Oh. She's the small dog, but she loves new people. Like if you were to lay down on the couch, for example, she would lay on your chest and she wouldn't move.
Okay.
She's pretty funny like that.
I actually dated some girls like that.
Yeah, I know you did.
Many
I know you did.
Many years ago. Yes, the weather. And so this is and we've talked about my Harley, which sits in the garage most of the time.
Yeah.
When it's 95 degrees out with 100% humidity, and you just pray for green lights on any road you're on, because if you have to stop, it's just like sweat everywhere. Because I don't ride in shorts or flip flops or any of that crap that you see other people do. So it's always
stupid people doing.
And I'm short.
I'll say it. Stupid people.
Well, I won't. Yeah, I'm glad you said it. I don't have to, but yeah, I'm not all the gear all the time. Most people, there are some that are, and that's fine. That's the right thing to do. I'll wear short sleeve shirts but jeans and boots and gloves, whatever, and a helmet. And so all that said, I rode for the first time in months, I took the Harley out this morning, and I'm like, it was so perfect. 72, probably 74 degrees, and so nice to finally be out riding just a little bit, even though it was, 5 miles away. I think it was all I put on, probably 5 miles. But anyway, it was great. It was good to be out for the first time in a long time. Bike fired right up and rode beautifully. So, phew.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm glad you got to get that out.
Yeah, nice change of pace for sure. Now Lisa,
and I'm sure the bike appreciates it too. Well, that's good.
Rather than
gives you an excuse to do it again.
Yeah, for sure. But it's always good. I always want to take it out myself before I put her on the back. It's a totally different, as diminutive as Lisa is. It still is a whole different animal when you're, balancing another person. When you're riding. So it's just good to get back in the habit of yourself before you take on more.
Right. That's smart. Yeah. Look at you being all smart and stuff.
It's not something you should get used to.
I agree. I try to play dumb as much as often, or as much as often. See how I said that?
As much as often can.
Exactly. And you want to know something really funny about that statement? I was asked by our HR department to host the trivia day, because this particular podcast will have come out after Halloween, but Halloween has not happened yet. But we have a full docket of events at work this week, and on Friday is the last event is trivia. And because of our podcast, John, because of PoddiMouths, which none of them have listened to, they just know it's there. I was asked to host the trivia, the virtual trivia day. So
awesome.
That's how smart and goods I am. Good at goodies, something like that.
You may want to use a teleprompter.
I will use a teleprompter.
Good evening.
Well, it's pretty easy. I mean, all I have to do is ask the questions.
Oh, that's good.
Here's the question. Here's a poll.
Like Alex Trebek. Alex Trebek. Like
Alex,
you know the answer.
Yeah. Right. Well, I do, because on my screen it shows me the answer.
Well, yeah, but you have to pretend like you knew it, whether you looked or not.
Oh, very true.
That's what made
there were some. We went through it. We practiced and went through some of them, and there were some questions I didn't know the answer to.
Don't tell people that, though.
Oh, I won't. No, I probably will, because I'm supposed to be funny.
Oh,
I was told that I know. I was told that I was chosen because I not only have a podcast and a podcast voice, but I'm also funny. So folks who are just listening, I'm putting quotes in the air.
Funny. Why isn't it doing your funny thing? Why is it doing like balloons? What is it?
I don't know. Oh, the computer restarted, so it might have.
My gosh.
No,
it's like we just don't have the effects that we.
That's probably because it's not quotes. There we go.
There it is. Oh, you just hold it up.
Yeah. And then
is that confetti?
I don't remember if double thumbs up. Oh no, double thumbs up is fireworks. But one thumbs up is a thumbs up. Obviously, there we go.
There we go.
And you can do a thumbs down too.
Well, if one thumb up is thumbs up, two should be fireworks.
Right. Well, that's what it is.
I know, but I'm not sure.
I don't remember. I don't remember how. Is it balloons? No, I don't remember what balloons are. I'll have to look it up again.
I don't know.
Okay, so there's hearts.
Oh, that's so
There's
cute.
Thumbs up, thumbs down, balloons.
Oh.
There's rain.
Okay, that's funny.
Confetti.
Yeah.
Laser show.
Oh.
And fireworks.
And so what causes those things? What hand signals?
It doesn't say in here. I'll have to look it up. I was just clicking
just try them all.
each reaction. Yeah. I think maybe this is heart. Yep, there's heart.
Oh, look at that.
Yep.
That
one's a new
special.
one.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, just like this podcast. Very special.
You often do hearts. I mean,
yeah, hearts.
That's something you do a lot. Yeah.
Yep.
That's Hey,
I didn't even know that one existed, if I'm honest.
John. And let's just heart it. Ick. Yeah, we're not.
Oh, now it's not doing it.
Thumbs up. Do some fireworks.
There we go.
Double thumbs.
Fireworks.
There we go.
There we go. I don't remember what the is it double thumbs down is rain, maybe? Yep, double thumbs down is rain.
I like the rain.
I don't know what laser is.
Oh, that's
okay, that's the balloons. Yeah.
How about double peace sun? Double peace sun.
That's the fireworks. Or not fireworks,
That
confetti.
Actually is lightning. That strikes you with lightning.
Ah, yeah. No, that's if I hold up a 2-iron. Actually, holding up a 2-iron is the safest thing you can do on a golf course during a thunderstorm.
Not even God
can't even hit a 2-iron.
Yeah,
right.
Just say that and try it next time and see what happens.
I do carry a 2-iron in my bag.
I used to. I could never hit it.
Really? It was not hard for me.
I think the only
I would only carry a driver and a 2-iron. Those were my two.
Oh. Well, for your long iron or your long hitting, you mean?
Yep.
Or you would putt with a 2-iron?
I have putted with a 2-iron.
I would like to do that where you play an entire round with, like 2 clubs or 3 clubs or or whatever.
I've done it with a pitching wedge.
I could see like a 7-iron would be a good kind of middle of the road.
Yeah, 7 or 8-iron is probably the better one
and maybe
to do.
Putter.
But I have yeah. Well, no, I don't. I literally did it was a par 3 course, a 9-hole par 3 course, and I did the whole thing with a pitching wedge, including putting.
Yes.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Was that you or was that Bonnie? Oh, are you stretching, buddy? Oh, that's a good stretch. Yeah, sorry. Clyde was making noise. I thought Bonnie might have been coming up the stairs.
I missed the dog talk.
Yeah.
We don't have much of it around here. Now, Lisa talks to lizards that way. FYI.
Oh, really? Well, that's good. Did they talk back?
She has one that I think she's named, and he's kind of a big, for the lizard family down here, he's probably 8 inches long, which is big. But I don't know where Leo is. Leo the lizard, and nice. She brings in her dog voice. Since we haven't had a dog in some time now, she's isn't he a cutie? That the dog voice, and Leo's looking at me. All right, stop being a freak. You're talking to lizards like.
Hey, anyway. You got to be nice. You got to be as nice to lizards as you are to AI, because what happens if the lizard people take over instead of the AI?
I'm going to prepare.
Come on, where's your conspiracy theory?
I'm going to prepare Cal, which is my ChatGPT name for him. I'm going to prepare Cal for the lizard takeover just in case. He'll make
just
sure
in case.
It doesn't happen.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. Make sure you send some information up this way as well.
I will.
So my buddy Brainstorm doesn't take over the world, or at least protects us from the lizard people.
That would be great.
Oh, there was something else I was going to tell you, but now I can't remember.
You were going to talk. Hey, what we were talking about was Halloween a little.
Oh yeah, Halloween. Well, that wasn't what it was something to do with the bike and comparing it to the Jeep. Well, this wasn't it, but even with the Jeep, when I take the doors off and the top off when I had the Jeep, I would have the same problem. Peyton and I would watch the temperature go up, and we found that 88 degrees I did not hold my thumb up in the summer in Tennessee. So I need to put that caveat on there because humidity plays a factor.
Sure.
Tennessee right now, we've been in the 80s, but it hasn't even felt that bad because it's been like zero humidity, not quite zero, but it's been very low humidity. It hasn't been,
which is awesome,
a high humidity. So in the summer, when the humidity is hit, 88 degrees is about our limit when riding around in the Jeep. And that is including driving, riding, and stopping. We can handle it. Once it goes over 88, then it's miserable. Even when you're driving 60 miles an hour, 55 miles an hour, anything over 88 is miserable.
Yeah.
So we tried to avoid that as much as possible. But
even with
you don't
the
always because you just even with the air on. Well, I'm talking about with the top and the I have done that with before. The air on. I have because it does help a little bit when you're crawling, when you're not going fast. If you turn on the air and turn it on your feet, it will cool you down a little bit. But you can't do it. You can't blow out of the dash because it just doesn't even hit you.
It just goes away. Yeah.
Yeah. But you can get jackets that connect to the blowers. They're Jeep jackets that will, so you can actually wear a jacket and it'll pump the cold or warm air in depending on what you want.
Or heated. Yes.
It's air conditioned. Yep.
That's pretty funny.
I thought that was a pretty neat invention.
I agree. I think that's pretty smart. I have.
Yeah.
This is you. I can ask on my JL. The display when I connect Android Auto to it, it's awesome. Except I cannot adjust the display setting for brightness.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if I'm taking an early flight and got to go down to Fort Myers, it's 45, 50-minute drive with the headlights on. It will not allow me to dim the display.
Interesting.
And I tried it. And I YouTubed all of it, and it said, "Huh."
The dials on the left-hand side of the steering wheel don't dim it for you?
No. Well, I mean, I haven't tried it. There's a display setting, so I just go to settings on the screen and display.
Yeah.
And it's grayed out. It will not let you change it. With the headlights off,
really,
you can change the setting. But headlights on, it's great. It won't let you change it. So one guy on YouTube said, well, it has to be running. Okay, maybe running and then parked. That's fine in my driveway. So I tried that. Nope, it does not show up as an option. And you can do a manual or automatic.
Do you think it's a Android Auto issue? Because I could dim mine with my Apple CarPlay.
I would. I guess I'd have to check that. It should do it when it's not. Well, no, it actually turns off when you hit settings. It turns off Android Auto, so it disengages from that, and so it's just the display settings. Yeah,
interesting.
So I don't know. That's the time. Anyway, so I have to, as I'm driving, because it's so bright, because I'm looking at the sun while you're driving at night, and because it's dark out, and so I press settings, and it keeps Android Auto engaged, so it will do the voice directions. But I want to know, if traffic's bad or what to expect or whatever. But it goes to a dark screen without the map on.
Do you have night mode on your phone?
Yes. I think
I wonder
auto,
if you
dark mode is auto.
Okay, I wonder if you can make that switch, because that's the other thing I do with my phone is it's automatically set to go night mode or day mode.
Yeah,
which
depending upon the time
in the car darkens it. Which I have the opposite problem. I had it in the Jeep. I have it in my other cars as well. That because of that night mode, if I'm driving, like I'm taking Peyton to school, because we leave the house at about 6:30 in the morning, and it is a little bit dark, but it is a little bit light. So the cars all get confused as to whether it's light or dark. So I might hit a spot in the road where the shade from the trees go over the thing, but there's plenty of light. So my screen goes dark, but it's so bright I can't see anything on the screen.
Yes, right.
I know, first world problems, right, folks?
For sure. But it's just an interesting. And speaking of first world problems, not with the Jeep. This is. It's one of night before last. Not sleeping great. I woke up at 3 a.m. and I thought, whatever, and turned on the TV, and Gutfeld is on. Have you ever watched Gutfeld's show?
Once in a while, mostly just clips on
night,
YouTube.
So it's whatever, but they replay it at 3 a.m. So it's 3. I'm watching Gutfeld. It's funny. I'm laughing, and suddenly it freezes. Okay, internet cuts out. Fine, that happens from time to time. First they'll do it in the middle of the night when everyone will be sleeping, and I'm going to do some updates or whatever. It disappeared my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi channel. It's gone. And so
that's weird.
Restarted the modem, did everything, plugged back in. It's like it never existed. And
interesting.
So now it just has it's Xfinity is the company. I would ding them.
Yeah.
Just a light ding.
So let me ask you this, and maybe you're about to say this, but was it the internet that restarted, or was it the TV that restarted and updated?
It was the internet. It was not the TV. TV's fine.
Interesting.
Yeah,
because I could see that happening if the TV was doing a software update and reset itself, but not the internet taking your SSID over or out.
It's gone. And so I named it whatever. I named it, and we had talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
Named it in an effort to reconnect all of my Google devices, which I can say that now, and they don't activate. And I went to look, and it shows Xfinity Wi-Fi as an option, but unsecured. And I'm like, okay, so I can get online. It's what I'm on now, but I can't get my other one, which was password protected and all that. It's nowhere to be found. Anyway,
that's
so we got a tech coming next week, and I'm just like, what? And I just went on maintenance with Starlink, so I could fire that back up if I needed to. But it's just unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that happen. So now the lights, all my speakers around the house, none of it works. The TVs don't work because
time to pull out the Ghostbusters DVD.
Yeah. Well done. Yes, that's what I'll tell Lisa. She'll be happy. And by the way, it was a VHS.
I figured, but DVD came to my brain faster than.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, very.
Do you still have a VHS player?
No.
Do you have a DVD player?
Think about go back in time, not that far, but think about stuff like floppy disks, 5.5 or 5 1/4, where they were, and then 3 1/4 floppy disks, and even thumb drives and stuff. Now you're just like, I don't even want to be around those.
But a thumb drive did come in for the win the other day, because I have a bunch laying around. I have plenty laying around.
Yep.
But most don't have a USB-C. You have to have the USB-A.
Yep.
And this one, the one my wife had to go do a performance because of all the Halloween stuff happening. She does Light the Nations, which is really cool. It's in that part of Nashville. She was at the Y yesterday doing their fall festival. And then on Thursday, they have a trunk or treat at our local farmers market where they're all going to perform. But she had to get this as a backup just in case the guy couldn't use her computer. I had to put it on something, so I put it on a thumb drive. Well, some people use Macs, which are 100% USB-C now. Some people use PCs that have both. We just don't know which he's using. So anyway, I have a stick that does both. So it just flips and you can choose. So that one came in clutch.
That's awesome.
This past week. So I don't, but I'm the same way. I don't use thumb drives very often.
Me either. Well, with us too, both of us in corporate type positions, they swear them off.
Yeah, we can't. We're not allowed to on my work computer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway,
but I definitely see my biggest fear, quite honestly, because everything I have that's on my computer is in the cloud, is not being able to access. AWS is a perfect example. That AWS going down. I mean, not that we were accessing files, but I couldn't do anything. And that was bad. That was scary.
Yep.
That was right when I was traveling. I actually flew last week, and I was able to check into my flight, but just like your SSID disappearing, one of my flights, first of all, and this kind of pissed me off a little bit, I bumped myself up to first class on the second flight, my flight home, and they bumped me because they changed airplanes. They went from having a 16 seat first class to an 8 seat first class. So they bumped a whole bunch of us back to business class. And then, but here's the kicker. There were still first class seats available, but because the AWS outage, I couldn't get first class. I couldn't upgrade it. But when I went to check in, the seat that they did put me in wiped out. So I didn't have a seat. So I had to, and I couldn't fix it on the app because of the AWS outage. And there was nothing I could do. So I actually had to call them to put me back in my seat tried to upgrade, and they said, sorry, nothing's available because it had been so long, me trying to figure it out and fix it in the AWS, that a whole bunch of people had swept in and took the rest of the seats. I had to slum it in business class, folks.
Oh, you poor thing.
I know.
Did you like pay extra or use miles to get bumped up?
I use miles. Yeah, I always use miles.
But they didn't refund the miles?
Yes, they did.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, at least they did that.
That was nice of Delta to do.
I did not think about that. And here we go, Delta. I did not think about that. But when I was flying to Vegas, that happened, I think, in my connection flight from Atlanta. I opened up the app, the Delta app, and usually it will just pop up with your boarding pass. Well, it didn't, and I couldn't access the boarding pass. I couldn't get it to show. None of that happened, and in hindsight, I'm sure that's what it was. And fortunately, though, I had, as soon as I get the boarding pass, like the day before, I will take a picture of it and save that. And so I had that. I had changed seats, which was already done. So when I scanned it, it just printed out the new seat. I'm going, thank you very much. Off I go. And so it worked great. But that just drives home. Make sure you take a picture of your boarding pass.
Yep.
Because for whatever reason, you know.
Because it's nice that you can do that, though, because you used to, in the beginning, you couldn't actually take a picture of it because it didn't work that way. But when were you in Vegas?
This last week. I was there Monday through Wednesday. I got home Wednesday night.
That's funny because you know who flew in Wednesday night to Vegas and flew out on Friday? Matt Smolik.
Matt did? That's hilarious.
Yeah. You guys must have just missed each other.
Well, we flew by in the air probably because my flight.
Maybe.
I had, I don't know who the idiot was who booked it. Oh, right, me. I had a pickup at the hotel, Uber pickup at 3:30 a.m. on Wednesday.
Ugh, yuck.
Yeah, I know. And did not get home until 6 p.m. after connecting through Detroit. So I was in the air for almost 8 hours, I figure, on Wednesday.
Yuck. At least my flight was only like an hour and a half.
Oh, well, that's good. Where'd you go?
I flew up Minneapolis. I flew up to Minneapolis. I landed there at 12:15 in the afternoon, and I flew back out at 7:50.
Wow.
So almost 8 o'clock. Yep. It was a very short in and out.
Yep. But direct
it was cheaper. It was $200 cheaper because my plan was to fly in Monday, do the meeting, and then fly out Tuesday night. Actually, no, I take that back. I was going to fly in Tuesday morning, do the meeting, have dinner with the field staff up there, and then fly back on Wednesday. But it was $200 cheaper for me to fly back the same day.
Wow. So
plus I didn't have to pay for an airport or a hotel or
Right.
So it was it was worth it. And it wasn't this bad. It wasn't like the last time I did that, because the last time I had to do what you did. I was up at 3 a.m. to get to the airport, to fly in, do the meeting, and then didn't get home until 11. This time my flight didn't leave until like 10.
Okay.
And in the morning. So I didn't have to rush to the airport. And then, I got home like driving back from the airport about 10:30. So it wasn't horrible.
No, but
still an hour past my bedtime.
It's a tiring day.
It is a long day.
And that's so this week it's similar, except Chicago, not Vegas. So it'll be much shorter.
Hey, look,
flying.
Chicago.
I know. How about the Cubbies?
Yeah.
They aren't playing baseball anymore because my Brewers beat them.
Did you know that the Nashville Sounds are the farm team for the Brewers?
I didn't, but I think you did mention that at some point.
I may have.
Can we talk about that? That's awesome.
Speaking of Chicago, though, I was really excited because at one point they were talking about, and this was before the White Sox had re-signed their lease at Comiskey. And there were serious talks about bringing them down here. Yeah, and I would have loved, I know they were going to change the name, but I would have loved it to be the Nashville White Sox. That would have been so cool. I'm not even a White Sox fan, but it would have been really cool. I would have definitely
They've just been around
gone to a few
so
of those
long.
games. They have. It's a history thing.
For sure. absolutely, for sure. And that's the whole. Who did I talk to? Somebody on a plane. What a shock! About Lambeau Field in Green Bay, and how he said when I went there, it's just like, okay, where's Green Bay? Because it's a little dinky town with a massive stadium and a huge, amazing NFL team on it. And he was just shocked that it was this little, was not a really metro market. I think Green Bay maybe has 400,000. No, not even that much. Yeah, probably
not even that. I would
probably three.
I think it's less than. Yeah,
you know what?
That.
Let's find out.
It is tiny. It's
comparatively small. It's the smallest NFL town.
Yeah, it is. It's tiny, and I think, to your point about the history aspect, it's I think if we were to get a baseball team, I know we're waiting now. I guess the commission here is waiting on an expansion team to start. And while I think that'll be fun and it'll be interesting, excuse me, I think it would have better served the community to bring a historic team to Nashville, just to move a team. And I say that because, and I would be interested to hear if anyone has feedback on that, because I think it would be interesting to have a team like that, or better for the community to have a team that has a historic background for marketing purposes, to bring people in, to get people interested, because we have a minor league team, but we've never had a major league team.
Yeah.
It's the same between the Titans and the Predators down here in Nashville. The Titans, that was a team that moved. Those are the Oilers. So the Oilers moved to Nashville.
That's right.
And I think that brought a lot of fandom and a lot of
Houston Oilers, yes.
Yeah, the Houston Oilers. The Predators was an expansion team. And while there are a lot of Predators fans, I don't think it quite caught on as quickly as maybe the Titans. I could be wrong about that, and I would love anyone to argue that point. But I think that's
a really good point.
Well, thanks. Once in a while I make a good point.
An established team, though, and I get that. An established team is going to bring a lot more juice with it, than a team that is an expansion, which you kind of go. And if you look back historically, expansion basketball teams, or even back in the day, football teams too. They take a while sometimes to get going.
Yeah. But another good example, the Lakers. Mm-hmm. The Lakers are originally from Minnesota. They were the Minnesota Lakers.
That's
right. And now they're the LA
land
Lakers.
Of 10,000 lakes.
Lakes, exactly.
That's right. Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. I that's my little bit of and I'm not even a basketball fan, but that's my little bit of useless knowledge.
Some of the ridiculous ones, like the Utah Jazz. Well, because it was an expansion team in New Orleans. New Orleans Jazz makes sense. Utah Jazz, not so much.
Does not make sense. That's right.
Not as much.
Well, it's kind of like the North Stars moving to Texas and becoming the Dallas Stars. Well, yes, Lone Star State, but you don't say Dallas Star. You say Dallas Stars.
Yes.
Doesn't make sense.
That's an excellent point. I like that a lot. Well, they can't say North anymore either, because not in Texas.
Well, because they're not.
It's the South Star.
Do you see how we came full circle back down to
we almost
Texas?
did. Let me tie it up in a nice little bow.
Okay.
Green Bay, Wisconsin, 107,000 people.
Oh, you were way off.
Yeah, I was way off.
Wow. I didn't even think it. I knew it was small, but not that small.
The total population of Wisconsin years ago was like 400,000. This is many years ago. I don't know what it is now. I don't live there, so it's okay. Oh, excuse me. But 107,000. It's tiny.
That's crazy. Wisconsin, by the fact, I saw a meme. Not a meme, sorry, an Instagram post. I follow this guy that does maps, interesting information and stuff. And the last one was about which states are facing a recession right now. And Wisconsin was one of very few that actually do not show any signs of recession. Oops, wrong one. Let me, I just want to double check.
Yeah.
So I sent it to Jennifer. Today, by the way, October 20, is it the 25th today? Or is it the 26th? It's the 25th, right? It's the 25th.
5th, yep.
October 25th, 1985 at 8:25 a.m. 40 years ago today.
Yes.
Back to the Future. That was when Marty said,
Wow.
I'm late for school.
Yes.
Yep.
That's awesome. Love it.
That's another little tidbit. So
That's
Wisconsin. So here you can kind of see Wisconsin is green in a sea of red.
Yep. Yes.
So red is recession. Yep. Recession at risk for a recession.
Mm.
Yellow is treading water, which Tennessee folks is treading water right now.
Mm.
And green is expansion. So Wisconsin is still expanding their GDP, while a lot of other states are not. North Dakota is too.
Especially around there, yeah. How about South Dakota?
Yep.
I didn't see South Dakota.
South Dakota is red. South
Okay.
Dakota is in or very near a recession.
Interesting.
Same with Illinois, same with Iowa. Kentucky and Indiana, to your point, is green. Wisconsin or Tennessee is yellow. Florida is green. So I found that to be kind of interesting.
Well, it is interesting, and you can point to a lot of. I would think it varies from one to the next, but there are probably some consistencies in some of the red versus green as well. So
yes,
hard to say.
But that's hard to say and not hard to say all at the same time.
Hard and not hard to say. Well done.
Yeah. There's subtext there, folks.
Yeah, there sure is. Which takes us back to a what was that song by Blues Traveler? Was it Blues Traveler?
I don't know.
No, it was by I was just playing it the other day.
Hootie and the Blowfish.
No, but good guess. I really like Darius Rucker's newish song,
Wagon Wheel.
He's so good. He's got such a great voice for that.
He really does.
Country chops.
I thought he was
amazing.
Yeah, I know he has a home here, but I thought he was a permanent resident here. He's not. He lives in Charleston.
Oh, really?
That's just where he was born and raised. Yeah.
Okay. I did not know that.
Charleston or Savannah? It's either Charleston or Savannah. Both I might have that. I think it's Charleston,
towns.
But
both
very beautiful.
Towns.
Yep.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Nope. I am 100% sure it's Charleston because he's
Final
South
answer.
Carolina. Yep. Final answer. Yep.
So hard.
He went to
say
Columbia
for
college.
I was thinking of. He went to where?
He went to the University of South Carolina in Columbia.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Very nice. Well, I thought it was, and we talked about this months ago. Nate Bargatze was doing a stand-up gig on some TV spot or something, and Darius and his band were like the on-stage band while he's doing his jokes, Bargatze, and he's hilarious. And but the band is just like standing there while he's doing his bits, and I'm like, well, that's kind of weird and awkward. But yeah, the band was awesome.
Maybe he did that on purpose. People do that. People do shit like that.
Yeah, maybe so. I just thought it was a little awkward. I don't remember what it was for, but Bargatze's hilarious.
Well, John, I think we're hilarious.
And on that note,
we have been once in a while. Not every time. Sometimes we're very serious.
You cannot set your watch by it.
No, you can't set your watch. I wouldn't even try, folks. Wouldn't even try. But what I would try is to head up to PoddiMouths.com to check out all of our past episodes. Also, spend some time in a merch store. Buy some merch. That would be fun, wouldn't it? I would appreciate that. I don't know about you, John. And then, go see some, go click on some of those other links to take you to a few of our friends' websites and Facebook pages and see the stuff that they're doing. I am in a back and forth conversation with one of them in Instagram. He's sending me some really funny stuff lately. So I'll have to share. I think I did share some with you, John, but maybe we'll share some more. And I hope you all have a great week. I like I said before, I know Halloween was last week, so I hope you had a good Halloween. But for all of those people who will end up editing this before Halloween, have a great Halloween.
Do that.
And do that. All right, John, take it easy, man. I'll see you on the flip side.
See you, my brother. Out.